All right, so today we're gonna be going a little bit deeper into my kitchen. I actually was influenced or inspired by Yard Sale Squad. Definitely check her out if you haven't yet. She kind of went through her kitchen, and she had a smaller kitchen like myself. She shared how she efficiently shares the space with the 4 people that live in her home. And we have 5 people in our home, and you know, our house is under 2,000 square feet. We're at like about 1,800, I think. And our kitchen is smaller. I don't know, I've never had a bigger kitchen. This is probably the biggest kitchen I've ever had since being married. So I love my kitchen. I think the size is perfect for us. Of course, as I have plans for this space as we live here. But for now, this is what works for us. We eat 3 meals a day here, you know, during the weekends, if the kids are out of school, and I make their breakfast in the morning and I make 2 of my 3 kids lunch. We make the choice based on our budget and based on necessity of our life, where we're at in that week, of how much we're gonna eat out. But typically our standard is to not eat out more than twice a week. And that's hard, you know, it's not easy to, you know, not take that convenience. But I say all of that to let you know that this kitchen is used. So I'm gonna walk around my kitchen, show you things that I've done to make it very usable decor type of situation, and show you how we live with 3 cabinets. Then we have our pantry, but our pantry is 2 shelves. So, you know, it's a small kitchen, but I don't know, we do fine with it. All right, so here we go. Let me show you. All right, so I'm gonna start off with these uppers. I'm actually gonna turn off this light because it's kind of blinding me. These uppers are, I always get people that are like, do you like having open shelving? And yes, I do not regret this one bit. It was a little bit of trend when we did it, but it also was out of necessity. I needed the space, but we didn't want to put cabinets because I just felt like it closed off the space up top. And yeah, I just love the way it looks. What I love about this is that it really forces me to truly make sure that I am utilizing these items and these things, and all that's here is what I use on a daily basis. You know, obviously we don't use our wine and champagne flutes all the time, but you know, majority of everything else we do. So these are the cups that we use. I mean, that's it. We have little kid cups, and then for adults we use those. And then up here we have champagne flutes, some stemless glassware. That's what I use to serve people. I have other glassware that I store in another place, but this is the storage here. Then as we come over on this side, I put all of my serving dishes up top there, and then I have a serving bowl there, our little bowls up here, and then we have our big plates, medium plates. This little bowl I usually use if I'm like serving the kids all like cherries or something. So yeah, the open shelving works for me. We use it so much that it getting dusty just is not a problem. I will say that these I have to wash every so often because they just don't get used as much, but everything else gets used so much. Obviously I wash the serveware when we use it because I don't want it to be dusty. And then up here we just have plants, and so nothing really there. As we come down, you can see I don't really put much on my countertop. I just don't like the look of it, and it being such a small space, it just clutters it up really quickly. Don't get me wrong, during the week this gets really cluttered with stuff that we need, but you know, this is how I like it normally. As we come over here, everything out, like I said, has a purpose. Hand soap, dish soap. I'm actually washing our sponge right now. We have our drying mat. This is the drying mat I use for just quick dry, and then I have a bigger one when I have like a lot of things to dry. Over here we have our bread box. This actually I inherited from my grandma. That's where I store my bread. I do have plans to hang this sign above our stove, but I just haven't gotten a chance. Okay, so that does it for there. Then we have over here, we have the dishwasher, you know, self-explanatory. Then we come down here to the under sink. I try to keep this pretty clean because it just, I don't know, we just use stuff, we throw it away, you know, that kind of thing. These are the pots and pans I use all the time. Our strainer, the tops to that. I definitely think that everybody should use a mat like this under any sink that has any water output, because this has saved me many a times, and I put it underneath all of my bathroom sinks as well. We have our soaps, all of that. I keep this very minimal. I keep all of my major cleaning things in my laundry room. So here it just has the things that I utilize very often. And then back here we have, these are all the little, I don't know what those are, honestly. They're like for the Instapot, stuff like that. Then I have a fire extinguisher because, you know, safety. As we come up here, I only have 2 drawers. I have one more drawer over in my island space that I call it, but these are my main 2 drawers. We have silverware. I actually need to declutter their little plastic forks and stuff because I really don't need this many now. They're so old now, and I really only use them for their lunches. I probably could give away a couple. I keep all my serving ware back there. We are huge straw, you know, reusable straw people. I don't know, we just really like those for smoothies and our drink cups. And then we just have silverware. I mean, what else? You know, this is a silverware drawer, and we got some straws and some chopsticks, because who doesn't save those? All right, this drawer has, I will link these drawer organizers. I will link them in my Amazon store. They're awesome. This one I love particularly. I actually have meant to buy one for this one, but I'm one of those people where it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I've just kept it like this, but I would like to do it. And the cool thing about this is that it adjusts to your drawer. So it's super cool. Oh my gosh, big storm. We've got, you know, like I said, this is like our junk drawer. We've got medicine things, blah, blah, blah. You can see, I mean, I just have about everything that you possibly could need maybe in here, I don't know. And I just, you know, I declutter this every once in a while, but it has not been decluttered since, I don't even know. But what are these called? Lighters, openers, you know, the things. So there's that. Okay, this cabinet drives me crazy. All right, this cabinet drives me crazy, you guys. But we have mugs, all of the kids' cups that we have. I need to declutter that, but honestly, we use them all. They all have a purpose. These are me and Sean's cups. This is some glassware that I have. Back there are our favorite cups for nighttime water cups. We keep them, the kids love them. We have their popcorn little holders. And then over here we have all of our lunch containers, bowls, and then kids' plates. Pretty self-explanatory, that's about it. Now we are over here, and over here we have all of our bakeware needs. We use all that. These are our nicer plates. I very rarely use them, but I love the look of them, and honestly, we didn't need that space. So I just like the way that it looks, and I do use them when needed. Another tip that I would definitely recommend when you have a small kitchen is to really utilize hooks and anything where you can hang items. This is really cool. I will link it in my Amazon because I've had it for years. It's so nifty. And we just hang all of the knives that we use. We don't have a block of knives. We don't have a million steak knives. I just have this and then one other knife. As you come over here, I just keep our salt and pepper. And then I utilize these little hooks to hold my aprons and my simmer pot, and then our pot holders. And we use all of that. So then under here, I just hold my glass bakeware, my non-stick ware. That just stays under there. Over here, we're gonna start at the scariest part because why not? So up here is this is the area where I keep all the things that I don't want the children to get to. We have their little snackle boxes. We have treats here for movie days. We have our cereals, Doritos, and then gum. And then we have a little Lazy Susan that has all of my oils and blah, blah, blahs. We have my soda stream, which I actually just need to sell because I used to love it and now I just don't use it very often. And then we have our snow cone maker is back there as well. Another tip is to always utilize Lazy Susans if you can, because they are awesome. If I had deeper shelves, I'd probably have a ton of them. Okay, don't mind that squeaky squeak. This is our pantry for food making. I have like all of our starches are over here and back there. Then I have all my packets. I usually put things that I want to cook this week front and center so I don't forget, because I will. And then here I just have like all of our like stocks, peanut butters, you know, any of that kind of stuff, sugar. And then back here I keep all of our canned veggies, any of that kind of stuff, and then pastas. We keep a lot of our storage for this kind of stuff in our garage. I don't bring up a lot. This is supposed to like basically feed us for the next 2 to 3 weeks, and then I'll restock it. Then down here, we have the snack area and baking. This one looks like a hot mess, don't even mind it. So we have pancakes, any like nuts, stuff like that, popcorn, Gatorade mix, some snacks, and we have chips and all that kind of snack. We have little turtles in there. And then back there is just a mess, a heaping mess of baking goods because I need to go through it. Another tip is when you have a space like this, try to utilize these kind of containers. I love these because if we're going on a road trip, I just pull this out and bring it in the car. It's no big deal, super easy, and it just works for us. If I didn't have these, this would be just a pile of heaping mess. You know what I mean? But these little containers just work so well. I get them usually from either Dollar Tree or TJ Maxx. Okay, moving on to these 3 drawers here. I did lie, I have more than 3 drawers, but here's the thing. These drawers are, you know, utilized for other things than like silverware. Here, oh, and they're not easy to open. Here we have all of our vitamins, Ovaltine, measuring cups, chia seeds, granola, hello. All of our drink mixes, and then our cloths for the kitchen. I really try not to use a lot of paper towels, but you know, that's life, but that's why I have all these. Another tip is to take things out of its box and have containers like I was mentioning, dump them all in here. It's really easy to find stuff. It just really does save your space when you do that. All right, as we go down here, we have, these are my spices. I go through my spices pretty regularly to make sure that nothing's expired and it's fresh. We have back here all of my cookie cutters. I use those a lot for lunches. We have our chopper and then just spices. It's a mess. I can link this cool drawer organizer. It extends to whatever, you know, size you want. And then these little guys are from Amazon as well, and I can link that. I did this about 2 years ago where I put everything into these jars and I have loved it. I know some people are like, what a waste. I've loved it. The only thing I keep in these kind of things are these ones because they get so clumpy and stuff that I don't know. I don't see the reason to do little ones for those, but for the little ones, I like that. On this side, we have this drawer, which has our, I obviously need to buy some gallon bags and then some more quart bags. This is my little container. I'll link it as well. I got it off Amazon like 3 years ago whenever I did the other organization. This is for produce cleaning. We have wax paper, you know, the regular things. I love having this. I know some people have hated having these containers. I love it. I don't know, maybe because of my space, it's just worked for me. But it definitely is bulky. So if you don't have a thick Like, if you don't have a deep drawer, do not buy it. Also, I have seen that now Target sells like a cardboard box that has all those sizes. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I also like to put things in the box that I need to order or buy because I don't know why, it just helps me think of it. Back there, I just have extra utensils for if we're on the move. All right, we have this drawer, which is like the utility drawer. We've got apple slicer, pizza cutter, measuring cups, measuring spoons, peeler, you know, all the things. Then we have all of the spatulas and tongs. Then here is kind of where I put, like these broke off of the freezer drawer, so we gotta fix those. These are for their planet boxes.
And this is a birthday sign.
Yeah, I use these for the chip bags. Then in here, we have our KitchenAid mixer, bowls. And these are the tops of my glass cookwares. Some extra cutting boards, more plasticware. These are all of our glass. And here we keep their cups that we continue to refill throughout the day. And then I usually just leave all of our produce in this bowl here. Then we keep butter in this butter dish. These are the regularly used cutting boards, so I leave those out. A little cookie jar. Up here we have more measuring. I use these a lot. And then here I have coffee and then Ovaltine, or what we use for hot cocoa. And then in here I typically will add my tea bags, but I'm out of those. Then we just have the microwave. All right, then here I have all of the serving dishes that we don't use very regularly. They're kind of decorative, except for over here, we have our salad bowl, which holds all of my cooling trivets and extra pot holders. Then we have this shelf, which has one of my regularly used platters, and then like our little drink goblet things in case I need them. And yeah, then that's a look at that. This is where I store all of my, you know, other things. We've got toaster, waffle makers back there, crock pot, frother, Ninja blender, and then our air fryer. And then over here, I keep our bigger non-stick baking pans. And yeah, we use that very often. And that just hides up really well underneath there. Eventually I'd like to make this a whole cabinet. Our hot water heater used to be there, which is crazy, right? But now we have a big one that we have a water closet now. So obviously there's a lot of space that can be used here. So we're definitely not utilizing it to its potential. But I'd like to do a whole underneath thing here, and then do uppers, and then do one big closet right there, because behind this is our like electrical box. So we have to have it available for obvious reasons, but I don't like it to be visible. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's a look at that. Then above here, I just use these baskets. This basket I just use for cookbooks, and then this one is just random, like binoculars. What else is in there? Nothing, I don't think. And then back there is our little picnic cooler. All right, so that is a look at our small kitchen organization and how we utilize the space. What is one of the favorite hacks you found for a kitchen organization? Because I might need it. All right, hit the subscribe button, like Polly said. All right, bye y'all.